Okay, we are recording. Jana and I have our Martha Stewart aprons on, which you hear me talk about this all the time, but we have now twinsing Martha Stewart aprons. Okay, this is the Jana and Nikki show. See? So let me share my screen and we are going to get started. We have a lot of amazing content, so much good stuff we're going to share with you tonight. Basically, here's the flow. Jana, tell us a little bit about what the goal of this class is.
So the goal of this class is, first of all, how to ditch and switch. So we're saying bye-bye to the chemicals and hello nature to these natural cleansing oils. And this is not an additional spending. This is what we want to really hammer home to you. This is not additional spending, but this is transitional spending to invest in the long-term health of your family. Because we're going to tell you about how chemicals are cumulative, but so are healing oils cumulative in your body. Number 2, easy DIYs to simplify the process. We're going to show you how easy it is. This is a journey, so we don't want you to be overwhelmed. We want to show you how to start where you are and show you the next steps. Number 3, how to get the oils and DIY supplies into your home and just show you the beautiful way of life and the great life upgrade when you make doTERRA your one-stop shop wellness subscription box.
And you know what? I did a poll on our Facebook group and I said, like, who are my Martha Stewart DIY queens and who are the just like, give me the product. I do not have time. And I'll tell you, it was 50-50. Okay. What a lot of people spoke about is there are seasons to DIYing. There are seasons to chaos in your family. So we're going to kind of show up tonight with very, very simple, because I think that's key when it comes to DIY, green cleaning, but then also some other options. If you just give me the product, right? I will tell you, so you will get these slides. Okay. So you can screenshot anything, but just know that you will get an email with all these slides as a PDF. So I and Jane, we heard an RN speak at a doTERRA event, and the conviction in who she was and how this affected her family. She was in the emergency care unit, right, at a hospital. She has, I think, 7 children. One of her kids had respiratory issues. As an RN, like, she was kind of like, somebody said, well, hey, have you tried essential oils? And she's like, I don't have anything to learn about essential oils. Like, that's not going to help. Well, you know, months went by, she tried oils, she started detoxing her home. Okay, so I would encourage you to watch this video. It is so powerful and honestly, such a way of how to change your home as a mom. And Jana, we talk about this all the time, like, your home is your sanctuary, right? Like, this is where you can control the controllables. And her story really is a so powerful example of that.
Mm-hmm. Basically, she's a pulmonary nurse in the ICU, and she found out she was poisoning her own child.
In that cabinet.
Yeah, she was poisoning her own child with the toxins she was bringing into the home, her own child's lungs. As a pulmonary nurse, that was an issue. So it's amazing. So you guys need to watch it. Yeah, let's talk about toxicity. And so what she didn't realize was all the things that she was bringing into her home to make it smell really good, because she was obsessed with being clean. And she thought it smelled so clean and it was so beautifully clean, but it was all toxins. So the degree to which a substance or a toxin or a poison can harm humans or animals, acute toxicity involves harmful effects in an organism, single or short-term exposure. Okay, so and chronic toxicity is the ability of a substance or a mixture of substances to cause harmful effects over an extended period. So what happens is, in your cells, okay, toxins in food, side effects of medication, in you, right? Stuff that you eat and drink our water, right? Things that we just consume. Number 2, on you. We learned that our skin is a giant mouth, and anything that you put on your skin, which is your largest organ, it's like you might as well eat it because it goes completely into your bloodstream and into every cell in your body. Number 3, around you. So toxins you inhale, household products, dryer sheets. We're going to show you how to ditch and switch to all these. So we are going to show you everything you can do. Now, we're not going to replace the medicine cabinet. That's a whole other class, but we're going to go there with all things in each room of your house.
Well, and I just want to say this one word is cumulative. Okay. I want you to hear, when it comes to all of these chemicals, it accumulates within the body. And that's why we call it toxic load. Yeah. Okay, so the one time you use that bleach, or the one time you use your Lysol wipes, it's not a poison. It's such a small poison that in that moment, your body's not saying like, oh, poison, like I'm going to trigger, right? It's time after day, after day, after day, after month, after month, after year. And here is an example of that. There was a study done, right, in Scientific American, and they showed that trace chemicals are showing up in umbilical cord blood. Okay, so moms, what they were using through their pregnancy was actually showing up in the umbilical cord. So offenders like TBBPA, synthetic fragrances from the cosmetics that moms were using, okay, fragrances or perfume in detergents. So I want you to really hear how and why this is so important and how it accumulates that toxic load in the body. So I honestly feel like most of us start this journey not knowing and so we say this all the time, Jana, when you know better, you do better. Right? So right. All of you here tonight, like, you are getting the information to now know better. Okay, right. So the average woman puts 515 synthetic chemicals on her body every day without even knowing. Okay, and here's another one, Jana. Tell us about the research.
All right, I'm going to also tell you this one. So 1,400 chemicals found in our makeup is banned in Europe. There's a list of 1,400 banned substances. Out of the list of 1,400, the FDA has only banned 11. That's shocking, okay? The other thing is chemical exposure has been linked to rising rates in breast cancer. Hello. I see Sherry on here, who is a survivor of that. Asthma, autism, anxiety and depression, infertility, birth defects, obesity, insulin resistance, and other health issues. Many chemicals in personal care products have never been tested for safety and also accumulate and interact in potentially harmful ways. Even drugs that are deemed safe are only supposed to be used temporary and short term, not long term. Okay, so everything that we put in our bodies, we need to know the ingredients, and we need to be very smart about what we're putting in, on, and around us.
So we have this phrase, what's lurking in your home? Basically exactly what Jana said. We don't realize what's on a label just because it's listed as natural. Most people say to me, hey Nick, so that means I'm good, right? No, it's all marketing. There's no regulatory agency, just like Jana was saying. I mean, the FDA has only banned 11, right? So this is really you going room by room. So this is what we're going to do tonight. We are going to go room by room. We're going to do some demos of DIYs. But just to start with, why clean with oils? They're natural, they're safe, they're of the earth, pure, right, with doTERRA, potent, effective, and versatile. So that means one oil, many uses. And we're going to show you like how many things you can do with a bottle of lemon, you guys. Okay, lemon, the peel of the lemon, pure, safe. Jana, tell us it's straight from nature, extracted from plants.
Yeah. And, you know, this has so much power in it to heal. And it not only clean. Now think about, again, we're talking about your skin is the big mouth, right? It takes in everything. And when you clean with this is something you can actually like take a drop of it and drink it in your water. You can also put it on a styrofoam cup you cannot drink it out of because it will eat a hole in it. And people say, how in the world can you drink something that eats a hole through styrofoam? Because it destroys what is toxic and synthetic, and it helps to nourish and clean what is biological, what is natural to nature. So this is straight from nature. And this, of course, we know doTERRA is the purest, most potent, most tested, and they're safe for your family. So when I'm taking this lemon that I'm using to clean my counters, and we're going to tell you about that in a minute, I could literally put it in my mouth and drink it. Okay. So that's the beauty of it. Of course, we are nosy. They're tested for the best results. Over 52 tests on every single bottle. You can see the numbers on the bottom that you can check on it in the app to see the test results. A little goes a long way. So a drop or two is a dose. You can test it before you clean with it or put it on. And the safe way to store them is just not in direct sunlight. And not in heat. So keep it in, a normal temperature room.
And just like Jana was saying about the plastic, and I do have links here on Amazon on where to buy glass bottles. So you want to use glass or metal, right? There are some plastics that have a different grade that can be used, but just to be safe, I say just get glass. Highly concentrated, drop is a dose. Only a small amount is needed in contrast to other cleaning products. So yeah, I mean, you guys are going to see how little of the oil you use just to make, all these different DIY things. But then tell us about the science.
So the science is there's fascinating things because this is not just some home remedy, but each essential oil has a unique set of chemical components naturally occurring in nature that give it specific benefits. And these are multiple. So every oil has multiple uses. Lemon oil has a high percentage of chemical constituents with surface cleansing abilities. And then every essential oil has a unique chemical profile with different percentages and combinations of all kinds of chemical components that break down things like dirt, oil, also that are antiviral, anti-fungal, et cetera. This is why essential oils are so versatile and have many, many, many uses. Yeah. So we think about we look at our cleaning basket, right? I used to have this big basket with a handle in the middle that was had all the cleaning things for my cleaning lady when I used to have one. Thank the Lord I had one, but I don't anymore. I wish I still did, but she would carry it around the house and clean room to room. And there would be so many different chemical laden things. And I would think, wow, she just mopped my floor with this awesome, chemical thing. And it smells so good and clean. And then I would let my little kids get down and crawl on the floor, my little babies, not realizing it would be better if I went outside and got a pile of dirt and threw it on the floor. It would be cleaner for my kids than crawling around on a floor, which I deemed clean, full of chemicals, because it was getting in their skin, in this big mouth of skin, right, and going right into their body and bloodstream. So versus now, I literally have just a few things, and Nikki and I are going to talk about stuff that you already have in your medicine cabinet, namely this, okay, and a few other things like baking soda. We're going to show you, but it replaces all of the things in the basket. Is that amazing?
So good. And five or less drops if you just wanted to clean surfaces or wipe away messes. If you have tougher stains, grease, or sticky messes, you can use 10 to 15 drops. This is what we basically use in this 16-ounce bottle, and then 20 plus drops for a very, very difficult cleaning job. I would say very difficult. Like that would have to be like hardcore.
Yeah.
While you're cleaning, you get a spa experience. Okay. Like I remember, Jana, when I would clean the bathroom and you have to put the vents on, which by the way, we do not have these vents in South Africa. When you clean, you open your windows. Okay. Here in Florida, you have the AC. I never have my windows open, but in the bathrooms, you put that switch on and it sucks that air up. Okay. This is all new to me living in America. I would clean my shower and I'd have to put that thing on for the fumes.
Yeah.
Me.
One time when I was had my first place, my first house, I cleaned the toilet with Amway. I remember it was an Amway cleaner, and I put it in the toilet, and I was getting ready to go to work, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and scrub it before I leave. You know, I'm thinking, oh, I got up early, I'm cleaning my house, I'm doing so good. So I went in there and I scrubbed the toilet, and all of a sudden my tongue began to swell and my lips so big that my tongue didn't even fit in my mouth anymore. I had to call work, and my eyes began to water and swell and say I had a reaction to toilet cleaner and I couldn't come to work. I went to urgent care. This is the stuff that it had gaseous, you know, some kind of horrible fumes. And I thought it was natural because the Amway person told me it was. So yeah, it is a whole new level when you start cleaning with essential oils.
Nah, it's not that it's going to make cleaning feel like a spa, because let's be real. Like I'm not either. Cleaning is like my worst thing, but hey, at least if you're like smelling wild orange and it's kind of working and making you happy, right? But this is the cleaning cabinet that we're going to talk about, and how simple. And then Jane is going to do our first DIY. Yeah. Basically, you guys, this is everything that you need. Okay, baking soda. Hello, you can get this from Publix or the grocery store. I've linked my favorite Castile soap from Amazon. Okay, you want to get the one that's unscented. So this is my favorite one. White vinegar again, and then borax and salt. Like, this is all the ingredients that you need to make tons of DIY. So let's get started, Jana. Make an all-purpose cleaning spray for the kitchen.
So here we are. This has the total of, let's see, how many? Just 2 tablespoons, right, per 24 ounces of water. So this has how many? 12 ounces. So you guys, 12 big sprays. Actually, it can do 24. So here's what you do. You take it, put a tablespoon in your bottle. Okay. Fill the rest up with water. You can also put vinegar in if you want. Okay. You can also put, if you want to, which I do sometimes, like a teaspoon of witch hazel, which just makes it the oil mix up a little bit better. Oh, I forgot to put the oil in. And then you get the lemon oil. And how many drops, Nikki? Just say 10?
10 to 15.
10 is fine. So look how quick that goes. There you go. That's about 15. And you just put it back on there. And this is some strong cleaner. You can clean the toilet. I mean, I just about use this for everything. You can put citrus bloom in here and make it even smell sweeter and prettier. Just put 5 drops of that in there. Anything that you love to smell. If you have ants or some other kind of like any kind of bugs, you can put about 5 drops of peppermint in there, and it also repels bugs, okay, or mice, all kinds of things. So multiple uses for all of this cleaner. It's amazing.
So yeah, we have this in the kitchen as an all-purpose, but just like Jana said, I mean, you can use this anywhere in the house, in your bathrooms. Diffuse while you clean to motivate and uplift. Keep lemon by your sink. You can put a drop of lemon on your sponge each time you wipe the counter. Obviously, diffusing in the kitchen is great for. We had fish for dinner tonight, so I think I need to be diffusing something for the fish.
I have 3 diffusers in my kitchen, just FYI. There's 1 there and there's 2 back there. Why? Just because I want to, because I can.
So here's a ditch and switch, and we're giving you 2 options. Jana, yeah, that's the foaming hand wash, which you get this actually, do you remember these? I got these one year, which I also saw from doTERRA when they gave us the so you can make your own foaming hand wash with that. You can put like 2/3 and then fill it with a little bit of water, or you can just use it whole, you know, you don't have to dilute it. And then if you, as another option, you can make your own foaming hand wash with Castile soap, coconut oil, and your favorite essential oil.
Yeah, I prefer to buy. When I can buy, I buy. Okay, so let's talk about the fruit and veggie wash. So if you guys can see here, I have grapes. Oops, I just poured it in the water. Again, don't pour it on your computer. So I have grapes in here. Let me show you. I have grapes. Okay. And I filled this with water. I covered them with water. I put a couple pumps of hand wash. Yes, hand wash in there. Then I grabbed my lemon, which why did I put the lid back on there? And then you just put, I would say this is a big thing of grapes and they're big grapes. So about 5 drops. You just mix it up, right? You mix it up, stir it, and you let it sit for 15 minutes. There's no right or wrong, 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm going to rinse them when Nikki's doing her next thing and show you. Well, first of all, I'll just take one out because I haven't even rinsed it yet. But these were so dusty and so they were almost gray. And look how shiny. It's like shiny purple, beautiful. And when I rinse this out, there's going to be so much sediment in the bottom that has come off from these organic grapes that you won't believe the stuff that you would normally eat and wouldn't be able to get off with just normal fruit and veg wash. So another great way to use your oils. Does it change the flavor of your fruit? It really kind of makes them taste better. So it has that lemony kind of taste to it. But I feel like if you rinse them really good, you could probably get that off. But I just love the taste of it. Lemon makes everything kind of taste brighter and fresher to me. What do you think, Nikki?
I agree. I even read that it helps make the fruit last longer. Because we use lemon in apples every morning for the girls. I put lemon in the cut apples so that it doesn't go brown when they take it to school. So it actually kind of keeps the fruit better, and I like the way that it tastes. So,
and okay. So sometimes I use lime oil, sometimes I use wild orange. So yeah, if you don't like the flavor of the lemon with a certain fruit, you can mix it up.
Okay, so I am going to show you how to make a glass cleaner. Okay, so this
bathroom, we're going to the bathroom.
Going to the bathroom. So we say go party. You can go party. Okay. This you can use for your glass and your mirror. And let me tell you, there are no streaks in this, okay? Like this is exactly what we use to clean our mirrors. So let me unshare my screen and then I'm going to show you. But I need the recipe. Okay, so here we have, it's quite a lot of white vinegar. It's 1.5 cups. So what I do is I do have one of these, here, one of these little things to help. And then I'm just going to pour the vinegar. We actually got a full house filter, you guys. So we used to, all the water out of my kitchen is filtered and in my shower. So we were trying to reduce chemicals with the water that we're using in the whole house. So that was like an investment, but totally worth it. So this is a lot of vinegar, so I'm just waiting for it to all get in here. Okay, then I just use the water out of my sink because it's filtered. And then 8 drops of lemon. And I think it just kind of cuts the smell of the vinegar too, which, So that's it. So this would be for my glass and mirror.
So I use more lemon for that. Usually use more oil because I hate the smell of vinegar and my kids literally can't stand it. Like, oh my gosh, you just cleaned with vinegar. They're worse about it than even I am. So yeah, I use extra oil or some strong smelling oils to just cut that down. So that's awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to start making this one. And Jana, maybe I'll go on to the next slides because I'm going to show you how you can get like a different consistency. So this is a soft scrub, okay? I'm going to make it and then I'll show you the consistency. So you would use this to clean your bath, to clean the tile, if you need an extra deeper clean, versus just the spray that Jana made for your cabinets. But it has baking soda, castile soap, water, vinegar, and then oil. So I'm going to start making it, Jana, and just tell me when it's time to move.
Okay. So first of all, when I learned how to make this soft scrub, go ahead, Nikki. This was a game changer for me because I didn't realize, like, oh my gosh, like I can really replace every cleaner, because I like to use like a scrub in the tub, that rhymes, right? Or with tile, right? So this is so great to have that texture, and you can make it the exact texture you want. You don't have to follow this. We want you to know that you don't have to follow these recipes exactly. It's great for you to do maybe the first time, but you can play fast and loose with your oils, and you can make it the consistency you want. It is so cool when you can just throw in a few things that are under your sink, right? And once you have a container designated for your soft scrub or for your carpet cleaner or whatever, you can just whip it together so quick. It literally is like a 1 minute DIY once you've done it once and you know what consistency to make it. So this is a great thing to do to different, like you can make your own like Comet scrub or whatever. So we're going to talk about the laundry. So the laundry detergent, one of the culprits in your house, that one of the where most toxins live is your laundry room. So there are enzymes in your laundry detergent, cationic, anionic, or non-ionic on the label, to loosen stains and grounding dirt. And these are the most toxic when they're ingested. They can cause nausea, vomiting, shock, convulsions, and coma. And the non-ionic are the less toxic, but they can irritate skin and eyes and make you sensitive to other chemicals. Again, cumulative. So asthma can develop if you use large quantities of detergent. So let me tell you here, when you have that laundry that you take out of the dryer and you're like, oh, my laundry smells so clean, like you've got the Downy, and you've got the Glad, and what is that called? Yeah, the stuff that's really smells good with your detergent, and you've got the dryer sheets and the dryer bar, and you think it smells so clean. You guys, it is so stinking dirty. It is so full of toxins. And you think about, when I cringe when I think about, I wrapped my little babies in toxic clothing, toxic chemical-laden poison linens, right, when they were sleeping, wrapped them and swaddled them in chemicals that were getting absorbed through their skin. I didn't know. And and then we put on the talc powder, right, on our little girls that now causes cancer. All the things that we did that we thought we were being such a good mom. But I want to tell you that one thing I've learned, Nikki, and I don't know if you feel this way, but anything that's advertised on television is pretty much as a no-go in my house. If it has a commercial on TV, then I'm not using it in my house. If it's sold in Kroger, I'm not using it in my house. That's the big supermarket here. So that's just my way. This is an abnormal way of living. So you can have an abnormal life. Okay. So you can have an abnormally healthy life, and you have to opt out of the general way that everybody else lives. So just get used to, you have to decide to be abnormal so that you can have an abnormal, especially end of life, because this stuff accumulates. All right, that's my spiel.
Yeah, I'm just going to show you real quick the soft scrub. Okay, so I just put it in a mason jar. You can see the consistency is really nice and thick. So just like a normal soft scrub. Like seriously, how easy was that to make?
Yes. So, and if you add more baking soda, you can make it more like a Comet too. So you can do it however you want to do it, which gives you, again, we are empowering you to take your life back and your home back and control the controllables. Nikki, tell us about fabric softener.
Well, fabric softener and dryer sheets. You guys, this is pure fragrance chemical. Okay, so both of these, think about dryer sheets. I mean, here I got this from Dr. X, and he talks about what asthma attacks, respiratory symptoms, runny nose, migraines, gut issues, skin issues, okay, from fabric softener and dryer sheets. So how do you ditch and switch? I've included a link here for these dryer balls, okay? These are organic. and all you do is you add a couple drops of citrus bloom, spearmint is lovely, peppermint, lemon. You know, for your sheets, you use lavender, right? So honestly, you guys, those dryer sheets.
How much are those dryer balls? Please, and they're a one-time purchase. How much do they cost for 6? That one link you have. Do you remember?
Wasn't it? It was less than $10.
$8.97. And you buy them one time. I have had the same dryer balls for 5 years, and I have no intention of buying new ones. They're going to be good forever. I mean, they're not white anymore, but they have oil stains on them, but who cares? They live in my dryer. They just stay in there, and they make my dryer more efficient. And if you look at the 12.5% of the US population report health problems related to dryer vent emissions. So that's only the ones who know about it, right? And if you look at all of the things there, if you take your dryer screen and you've used the dryer sheets religiously, like I used to, you can put it under the faucet, run water, and the water won't penetrate it because it coats that screen so much. And that's what it's doing to our lungs. Okay, there you go. On to the next. What do we replace our laundry detergent with, Nikki?
On Guard laundry detergent. This is just a product that you buy. And Jana, I know you gave me like a little trick today, because I mean, sometimes, you know, you can add some lemon, you can add some extra, if the On Guard, you want your clothes to smell a little bit different. Super powerful. You can even use this to remove stains. It's amazing. You guys, $27.50, big bottle. You get 64 loads.
Yeah, 64 loads. You just use it like a tablespoon. And you guys, if you want to add borax for extra scrubbing, like if you've got like a little boy who rolls in the mud, or a husband who's a grease monkey, as they call it, has like oil and stuff on his clothes, you can just use a little borax. But it is more effective at staph infections, getting things like, you know, people who work in the hospital should definitely use this laundry detergent, because it is amazing to get things really clean through the, you know, in the antiviral, antiseptic, antifungal, anti-everything. It has a whole bottle of On Guard in it. And so does this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move into the living room and the bedroom, and we're going to talk about some of the toxic chemicals that you may find in your rugs, your carpets, your upholstery cleaners. So here's the thing. I just replaced the carpet upstairs. I have all wood downstairs, and I just replaced the carpet, except in the bedrooms, with wood, because let me tell you about carpets. A lot of them contain, I cannot even pronounce these words, okay, whatever, and then ammonium hydroxide. Fumes given off can cause cancer, liver damage, that have been known to cause dizziness, sleepiness, nausea, loss of appetite, okay? First of all, carpets, I'm sorry, but you can never clean carpet. Like, it's just, the stuff just sits underneath in that foam, okay? But you can use a nice carpet cleaner, which we're actually going to give you a recipe for, okay? Like, and I have animals, so too, like, you know, with animals and carpets, like, let me tell you, that's just a recipe for, I don't know, mothballs, air fresheners. Oh my word. I used to get those Glade plugins, okay? Like, I had them all over my house, and I would especially put them like by the front door when people walked in, because I'm like, I just want my house to smell nice. Air fresheners contain formaldehyde, petroleum distillate, you guys, chemicals, okay? They can be linked to cancer, brain damage, irritating to the eyes, the skin, the throat. It is not perfume.
No.
It is chemical.
Let me tell you,
it smells like perfume.
Yeah, let me tell you a quick story. So somebody that Keisha knows went to a doctor that went and measured her the air in her home, because she thought it had toxic black mold, because she was like basically losing her mind at home, like just depression, anxiety, her breathing, like she's like, I'm dying. When I'm at home, I feel like I'm dying. There's something in the air. So she thought it was black mold. He went and tested her home, and it was formaldehyde. They investigated with this tool he had, and it was coming from the Glade plugins. She literally thought she was dying. She literally thought her house was toxic and she was going to sell it, and it was just from the plugins. Hello. And then she found out about doTERRA, and she's in a week she was well.
Wow, she must have had a lot of plugins.
Yeah, well, I guess, I don't know.
Wow. So let's talk about that carpet cleaner for those carpets. Okay, this is super simple. Another thing I use my mason jar for, I literally just put baking soda in my mason jar with 10 drops of whatever oil you like the smell of, citrus bloom, lemon, wild orange. You sprinkle it on your carpets, wait, 1 to 2 hours. I don't know. I think I've even done like 30 minutes, and then you vacuum.
Yeah, you can even use an old Parmesan cheese thing and take the label off and just put baking soda and oils in there.
Look at you, Miss Martha. That is very thrifty. Jana, I'm impressed. That is a great tip. Very good tip. And you taught me something today, what to do with the carpet. Well, this same cleaner for your bedding.
Mattress.
Your mattress. Mm-hmm. So here's a spray that you can make to spray on your mattress when you switch out your sheets. But Jana, tell me today what you.
Yeah, so you basically can use this same exact formula with baking soda, put Serenity and Wild Orange or whatever oils you want, and sprinkle it over your mattress while you after you take your sheets off and while they're washing, and then go, like I have a hand, what is it called? A Dyson that you can it's wireless, whatever. And I just vacuum the mattress while they're off, and it just smells so good, and it kills dust mites. You can add tea tree oil, is a repellent, and so is lavender, which is Serenity, against dust mites too.
Okay, so we have to talk about diffusing, because I feel like in the bedroom and the living room and the kitchen and the laundry and the bathroom, we talk about diffusing. So how does it work? Well,
so it works with the olfactory bulb and the amygdala in your brain. So basically your limbic system processes and releases neurochemicals that evoke an emotional and physical response, depending on the essential oil you use. So you can regulate what mood you want to have. You can correct your mood if you want. And so what that does is it goes to the olfactory bulb, and it sends electrical impulses from the olfactory nerves, which there's the receptors are even in your nose, and it goes to the limbic system and sends signals to your brain and to the rest of your body for your body to heal and correct itself. So it's awesome. The beautiful side benefits you get from, you're not just cleaning well and providing good cleaning for your house, but you're giving all the side benefits. So good.
Well, and I mean, you're talking about your home. Yes, we're talking about green cleaning, but just cleansing the air in your home with your diffuser. Okay, so this is the La Luz diffuser, which is beautiful, and it's part of like the whole kit that we're focusing on tonight. It's an ultrasonic vibrations. It's beautiful. It looks so pretty.
And it's glass, and it's very heavy. It's not like one of those little cheap ones that you get, at TJ Maxx. I mean, this is the real deal. It's heavy, it's glass, and it's just beautiful.
So I've included some emotional oil, and how, like wild orange is the oil of abundance, and on guard is the oil of protection. So on a emotional level, the chemistry, how your body and your mood responds, plus some diffuser blends. So there's no right or wrong way to diffuse. You can just use peppermint if you feel like you need some energy, or you can add a little bit of wild orange, right? You can combine blends. You can use one single blend. I would say just an average of 4 to 8 drops, right? Depending on how big the room is or how much you want it to smell. But diffusing is the best way to create mood, to clean the air, and to have this environment within your home where you can control what you want it to smell like and how you want to feel. Okay, so we love diffusing, and definitely part of green. So, I forgot to put the slide in about the candles, because that's also a no-no.
Yes.
If I come and visit any one of you and you have a candle going, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be putting that candle out and putting it in the
garbage.
In the garbage, okay? Yes. Just diffuse. There is no need for candles. Like, candles are endocrine disruptors. They mess with your hormones.
Triggers for migraines, and all of these things we talked about are triggers for migraines. And if you're a person that says, I don't like scents, I have migraines and I don't like scents, That's because you haven't had a pure essential oil. You've smelled synthetic ones. And yes, I used to hate the smell of lavender, detested it, but I didn't realize I had never smelled real lavender until I got my first doTERRA kit and I opened it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what lavender smells like. I love this. Okay, so just so you know, if you don't count it out, replace, ditch and switch is what we're talking about tonight.
So even though this is happening outside of your home, I felt like it was a really important thing to add as a hand sanitizing spray, which doTERRA has one, but you can also make one with your On Guard, because this is adding so much toxicity to your toxic load right now, because we are using hand sanitizers so many times a day. Okay, so hand sanitizers, very toxic. Okay, and for your kids, give them their own hand sanitizer for school. Keep one in your bag, put one in your car. Here's a recipe to make your own, but you can also buy one made. There you go.
So here's my made one, and here's my homemade one.
But you don't have enough of hand sanitizer. So I included that in here, even though this isn't like specifically for your home. I just feel like it's toxic load. Yeah. So goodbye toxins, hello nature. Jana, tell us a story.
I went to one of my decorating clients who lived in this beautiful neighborhood, and her next door neighbor's whole front yard, which was not very big because they had the sidewalks, had big backyards and small front yards, and it was covered with garbage bags. And when I went in that day, I said, what's happening at your neighbor's house? Like, that looks like it would violate some kind of code in this neighborhood. And she said, oh my gosh, my neighbor just found out about the toxins in her home, and she went all in and filled all of these garbage bags, and she's still cleaning to get all the chemicals out of her home from her cleaners and different things. And she's going all in with natural stuff. So you guys, when I tell you, I went through my cabinets after using doTERRA and making sure it worked, right? And like, I was skeptical at first, so I didn't throw away everything at first, but I'm going to tell you, I had garbage bags after garbage bags from my cabinets in my bathrooms, in my kitchen, in my closets that I had to clean out. And I was so glad to just with these few things that we've talked about tonight, replaced, and we haven't even talked about the medicine cabinet, all of these things with just a few products. And when you switch to your doTERRA wellness subscription, it is amazing how much money you save. When I go to the grocery store, I literally only shop the fruit and the produce and, around the aisles, like they're around the perimeter. And only thing I buy in the middle of the grocery store is paper products in like garbage bags. And I totally skip the whole drugstore area, which I used to have a whole nother cart for that, for my shampoo and for different cleaners and things, right? I used to keep them separate. Now I save a whole cart of groceries that I used to have. So it's a great way to save money.
So Jana, I think one of the biggest things when people do get started and they want to green clean and they want to like take charge of their homes is feeling a little bit overwhelmed, not sure where to start, not sure what to make, not sure what to do. We gave you DIYs for every home, simple ways, okay? And this kit is A, for customers, and B, if you are brand new to doTERRA, it's called the Aroma Essentials Starter Kit. We do suggest, if you're going the green cleaning route, is to add a bottle of that On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. Okay, I do think that is going to just save the day. Plus a bottle of lemon. I think a lot of the DIYs, you do have wild orange in here. There's citrus bloom. There's serenity. So lots of beautiful blends, but just add that extra bottle of lemon. This is exactly what you need to get you started and more. Okay.
$14. It makes about 20 bottles. I mean, because I only use a tablespoon, and then $11. Okay. So and then the kit is $149 as an enrollment kit. So you save the $35 in membership. You don't pay it. $149 to get 10 oils. Now we're not talking about the lemon and On Guard. That was extra. 10 of the oils that we're going to tell you about, and this beautiful diffuser in this beautiful box, right? This big heavy diffuser. You get all of those for $149. So even if you're a customer already in your loyalty rewards, look, I already bought this in my LRP last month. So this was my LRP, and it's 110 PV. And we're going to go through the oils and tell you about each of them really quickly. Not some of them.
Yeah, just some of them, but we're going to do this quickly and focus really on green cleaning and reducing toxic load. Because remember we said one oil, many benefits, right? So many different ways that you could use these oils, but focusing on green cleaning toxic load. So citrus bloom, actually there were so many things that you can use to reduce toxic load. Diffuse it, smells amazing. Use it as a perfume. Okay, so uplifts your mood, it's energizing. Make a DIY bathroom spray. So you can actually make a spray for this by adding 10 drops. And do you guys know, if you are a customer, like this spray, hello, like for your bathroom, get rid of this is like an aerosol, okay? So you can use your citrus bloom in there. Add it to your body lotion. So now we're talking about products on your skin. Make a DIY linen spray. Add it to your dryer balls. We just spoke to you about the dryer balls. Like citrus bloom is beautiful in the dryer balls, and then you can add it to your diffuser jewelry. So there were lots of ways to use citrus bloom in your home. Northern Escapes.
I love this one so much. And this is, if your husband isn't like all the flowery, because that was the springtime blend, but I don't know who wouldn't love it. But this one is called the woodland blend. And this is taking a walk in the forest. So if you want your house to smell like a forest stroll, I feel like it smells like that all by itself. You diffuse this in your diffuser. You can add it to DIY surface cleaners. So, they have a pine sol, right? That smells like, yeah, add this to your mop. So I mop. Nikki, I don't know what you mop with, but I mop with somebody in my house mops, not me. Ain't get mopping. Anyway, the On Guard cleaner in the water and some of this Northern Escape, amazing. That's what we mop with, right?
Adaptive. A lot of ways to use for emotional calming, for anxiety, for stress. So diffusing it is amazing. Adding it to your bath with some Epsom salt. So now you're getting rest, relaxation, and not using, seriously, you guys, those lavender salts are they're toxic. You just use plain unscented Epsom salts, okay, and add a couple drops of your adaptive. Use it as a perfume, add it to your body lotion. Next, we have Serenity. So this is amazing in the bedroom. Make a room spray. Spritz your pillow at night. Add it to your bath. Also add to your dryer balls. So this would be a great one to add to your dryer balls for your linens in the dryer. So now when you get into bed, it smells like lavender and cedar wood, and it's just calming. Amazing, right? I think Jane is probably going to get her. Maybe she's going to get her dryer balls. Then let's look at Cheer. Oh, there they are. There's the dryer balls. See? So you would just add a couple drops of all of these you can use in your laundry, just depending on what you're drying. Yep, just like that. So Cheer, this is another blend that's very citrus and happy. Use it in the afternoon for some energy, for some happy when you're feeling overwhelmed. You can diffuse it. You can add it to diffuser jewelry. It's actually one of my favorites. It's the uplifting blend, and I will say that I love Cheer. I love it. Jana, tell us about Breathe for green cleaning.
So Breathe, is my gateway oil that got me all started with doTERRA. And it's so good to open up your airways. So we talked a lot about all the toxins that come through breathing, your synthetic fragrances. This is one that opens up your airways and actually helps to heal your pulmonary system. So you can diffuse it to purify and freshen the air. Purify the air. You guys think about what's going on in the air. People are transmitting what through the air that everybody's worried about. You can clean your air with On Guard and with Breathe. Place a few drops on the shower floor. So turn on your shower in the morning, and then take this Breathe oil, put one in your shower if you want to, and just drop a couple drops in the shower floor, not over the drain, but another place. So it kind of stays there and it just begins to fill the shower. And then you can also diffuse it with lavender at bedtime. So it's a great one to use for anything.
So those are a couple of the oils that are in this kit that we were highlighting, but there is also On Guard, which we've spoken a ton about. There's Wild Orange, which we know is happy, and you can use it in your DIYs. There's Balance, which is very grounding to the nervous system, very calming for overwhelm. And then you get Peppermint, which you guys, peppermint can be used for just like we spoke about ants and spiders, right? If you're trying to get them off your porch. For a runny nose, for a sore tummy, for a headache, for allergies, like peppermint, seriously, is the Swiss Army knife of oils. Like this one, you cannot have enough of. So it comes in this kit as well. So the other things I have included here is just if you're a very visual person, and let's say you love watching Jana and I make our DIYs, because you're like, seriously, it's that simple? Like, I had no idea. Yep, it is that simple. Like, we just made these things for you right now, and they took us a couple of minutes. But there's 2 videos here from an Empowered Life series, Green and Clean, how to make wood polish. You know, we never spoke about that. You can make your own laundry detergent if you're feeling really adventurous, or just get the doTERRA one. But anyway, so here's some extra tips and tricks if you want to see some more DIYs in the making video visual, okay? There's an app that I would suggest as you start moving through what you're putting on your skin, what you're using in your home. It's called Think Dirty, and it basically gives you a rating on the products that you're using of safety. So you can download this app. It really is eye-opening when you actually see things like Myers, you know, it's supposedly natural and clean, but you guys, with the chemicals, there's so much hidden inside of these products that this is an app that will help you start making better choices.
And when you see the word fragrance on anything, that's where they're hiding the dirty stuff. That's where they're hiding the chemicals. So you might think, oh, well, look, this has lavender in it. It has this and this. And then you see fragrance. That's where all the dirty stuff is. And they do not have to report what's in that. Yeah.
So as Jana and I were going through this afternoon, you know, we felt like, wow, I mean, when you look at toxic load, it can feel like it's a journey. You know, start with your home, start with a room, the kitchen, a bathroom, get that kit, because it's going to give you everything that you need, a couple extra products from Amazon or from the grocery store, and you are good to go. 30 days in, let's look at your toothpaste, your mouthwash, your skincare. Just like Jana was saying, I mean, doTERRA is like a one-stop shop, you guys. Like what we have is going to be those layers to reduce toxic load across the board. Okay.
Yeah. And I think when I started too, like I felt like, you know, because I wasn't totally convinced that this stuff was so bad. And I tried things one at a time. So when I ran out of my shampoo and conditioner, once I was on this journey, I went ahead and bought the doTERRA shampoo and conditioner. When I ran out of toothpaste, I bought toothpaste, et cetera, et cetera. I took it that way. You can do it that way, or you can be like the lady who lived next door to my client and get rid of all of it and start over. So yeah, go at your pace, whatever feels right to you.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording.